Hey guys, it's Baron here. Just coming with you with a kind of a different thing. You might know me from, let's think, a little video known as A Gentleman's Agreement Halo. Yeah, all 800 views. To be immediately destroyed by my little brother who accidentally streamed on Roblox and got 4,000 views. This is why you have parental settings and don't share accounts. Anyway, the reason for I'm making this video is I've become aware of this thing recently called a Labubu that I'm not really sure, and today we're going to look into what they are. But how I came about this is that the water bubbler situation at work. You and a couple friends, you're sitting around, you thought, what should we talk about? So you ask them what's new, and what's new with them? They got a thing called a Labubu, and you dare to ask what is a Labubu, and they're these little creatures. Little weird fucking creatures, like yay big, and one of my co-workers used their entire $500 bonus to buy Labubus, and that only piqued my interest more. But essentially, it's crazy, right? Because in ancient times, people were focused on simple things: wheat, bread, water into wine, stone into brick. But now we struggle for one thing and one thing only: to appease the consumerist gods. My name is Baron Birdman, and today we'll be diving into the world of collectible elven things and answer the question, why has everyone gone delulu for Labubu? So, what is a Labubu? Well, I don't know. So they're these like bunny monkey looking things, and they have these wide mischievous grins. They look like something you don't want staring at you at nighttime. They're terrifying, but they're cute at the same time, which is, I guess, really, really weird. They're looking like they're sizing up your net worth. They come in all shapes and colors, and sometimes they will even team up with other franchises, such as the One Piece, which I looked up, by the way. That the One Piece Labubu is like $1,000. It's over $1,000. It's like $1,700, and the resale value on that is like nearly $2,500. It is absurd. Who's buying this? Who? Why? And they even make special seasonal ones that you can find and you can get them, and it is taking the world by storm. Months ago, Labubu would have sounded like some gobbledygook, but now it has become the most unprecedented hit toy that the market has seen in many years. But to understand it a little bit better, let's take it back to where it all began. The Netherlands. You see, the creator, his name is Kaising Lung, moved to the Netherlands when he was about 7, and soon became obsessed with Norse mythology. He found deep fascination with the stories, chief among those were the elves. See where I'm getting with this? This fascination didn't leave him. Instead, it was possibly one of the factors that led him to wanting to go to art school. But due to his limited funding, it seemed out of reach. Instead, my boy is yearning for the outside. But due to his limited funding, it seemed out of reach. Instead, he opted for a more affordable option: a Bachelor of Arts. And I've done a Bachelor of Arts. It's the most catch-all. Like, you go into one expecting to leave. You finish the Bachelor of Arts, you're probably going to end up a barista, or in my case, an aged care manager. I didn't even finish mine, actually. I quit. I'm a quitter. So you know what? He finished it. So he's better than us. He's better than us. He's God. Traded the children's book, The Monsters, which had these creatures by various designs and arguably more interesting to look at than the contemporary Labubu. They were a lot darker. They had a little bit more soul, and in my opinion, I prefer the more, I guess, dark orientated sort of design that they had. They're a lot less child friendly. They're still child friendly, but like, I don't know, it looks more like art. I would probably put some of these on my wall if I could. In 2015, the first Labubus went into production. They were sold by How to Work. They sold really well in Taiwan. They still make them to this day. Probably not the same draw as Pop Mart has on them, but they still sell them. The only thing I can see of real note from How to Work is one of their creations, Rex Ku. I feel like this creature is my sleep paralysis demon. I shudder to think what would happen if I had to do anything with this creature. It's $700, by the way. Who's buying this crap? Labubu sold really well in Taiwan and soon moved to Hong Kong, where they saw even more rapid success. This is where they took a bit more of a cuter, sanitized look and objectively a lot more boring. But you know, with the cuter, more sanitized, more commercial look, it hit a much wider market and it exploded. The success was insane. Finally, we reached the precipice. In 2019, Pop Mart enters the scene and Labubu blew up more than Lung or Pop Mart could even imagine. It was so insane. The sales figures broke every record that Pop Mart had ever even achieved. It was their most popular toy by far. And they're still smashing records from what I can tell. It is insane. And it only grew from there. Like, at this point, it's just mostly localized, like Hong Kong and Taiwan. But soon, the celebrities. Once the celebrities found out about these figures, Gabriel's trumpet had sounded. Thousands flocked to the pearly neon gates of Pop Mart to buy the mystery boxes. It began with Lisa, a famous K-pop star, although I've not heard of her. I don't know who she is. Apparently she's really popular. But you know, me, Baron Birdman, the greatest guy on earth, never heard of her. Other celebrities soon followed. This was like Dua Lipa, Kim K, Rihanna. They all soon had their own little fuzzy freaks to call their own. From here, TikTokers influence their little hearts out, which only drives more buzz to these things. And let's take a look, right? I've got a couple. Let me get these up.
Do you want me to go get it for you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you miss the Labubu?
Yes.
Do you want me to go get it for you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Labubu.
Your Labubu.
Labubu. It's so sweet. Leave it on?
Yeah, just leave it there.
Okay.
Do you like, what are we gonna name it?
Labubu.
Okay, you're right. Duh, stupid question.
Labubu.
Do you want another one?
No, but how many did you buy?
I bought 30.
30. To whom?
Everyone wants a Labubu.
Everybody wants?
Yeah, I gave it to everyone I know.
The insane part here is this old lady's probably, she's like, what? They said it was 101? 101 years ago was 1924. This lady's lived through the Depression, the Great Depression, and this guy, her grandson, has come in just to tell her that he's bought 30 of these dolls, and it seems she's cute. She seems like she's like enjoying it, but when he tells her the price, it's insane. They're a shocking amount of money. It's especially, could you imagine? You've grown up through like a world war, the Cold War, the Great Depression, Vietnam War. You've done hard times, and you get told your great grandson or grandson has just bought 30 Labubus, and he's given you one. You either feel like you've made it, or you're in hell.
I am the owner of the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu in the world, as I have explained previously, just in case you forgot. Now, a lot of people have been asking for gold tests because they don't believe that he's real. Now, the tag is white gold, and he is 24 karat gold. He weighs 200 grams. Why? If I touch the gold that I have around my neck, it beeps. You'll see that he beeps. First his face. And now his body. There you have it proven. 24 karat gold.
Guys, I don't want to be a hater here, but I don't think it's 24 karat gold. From what I've been told from a little bit of the scripting, is that this person is a rage baiter and they will continuously just pretend that their Labubus are 24 karat gold, which is really funny. But that is insane. Like, I feel like the sound reminds me, I don't know what it is. It kind of sounds like the start of maybe like a TikTok, or I don't know. I feel like I've heard that like gold testing sound somewhere else. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a real gold Labubu, or is it obviously not a fake one?
It's a Labubu. It's a Labubu. Labubu.
What color you think it is?
What color? Yeah, guess what color? Pink?
I've seen this one before. The kids are just really excited or really ungrateful. Just to save myself some editing time, I'm not going to put the entire video in because I don't want to blur out these kids' faces. I feel like it's bad enough that they're already immortalized online for being a child. But the way they react kind of reminds me of the Stanley Cup craze like a year ago. Or was it 2 years? Time flies. I think it was 2 years ago. Jesus Christ. But there were stories of kids getting bullied for having fake Stanley Cups, which is insane. It's a fucking cup. And these are just like little teddy bear things that you can't even really play with from what I can tell. I don't really see how this is really designed for kids at all, but I guess it is. They are cute. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit gross to put your kids on the internet to farm clout. Clout farming is not something you should be doing with kids. And that goes for like, you know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't think you should farm your kids for clout. And I think if you're going to take a video of your kids, keep that with the family. I don't know. There's just too many stories of these like going wrong and kids getting just basically content milled into making their parents fortunes. There's a huge like customization like crowd on Labubus, which I think is actually pretty neat. I feel like it gives them back their like darker vibe. At least some of them do. I feel like this is, you know, all the designs that these guys come up with are just more creative than what Pop Mart could even think of. In some cases, I'd even say more than like Lung. Which is crazy because I feel like I'm becoming a Labubu expert. What have I done with my time? Looks like they've put them in a plastic coffin. What? You guys, people real like I thought people would steal them, but I thought there'd be more children. But if they're going to this extreme, I'm not sure if there's like the hotel videos where they're like, you know, they're like touching the random things, like this is how I make sure I'm safe. And this is just like trying to farm clout, but like I could imagine this. That there would be. I mean, I've seen the resale value of these things. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think I've just convinced myself. This is probably a real video about someone really trying to protect their Labubus. And that is insane that you have to... That is a sentence that I never thought I'd have to say. You have to... Do you reckon the Second Amendment in America would apply to Labubus? Food for thought. The Castle Doctrine. You know, in some American states, the Castle Doctrine, which is the right to defend yourself, extends to your car. I wonder if you could make a case that it extends to your Labubu. They'll never see it coming. But yeah, I've seen clips of people smashing and grabbing stores and going in and just stealing thousands of dollars of Labubus, which is probably about 10. In Sydney, actually, there's a really funny story I read recently while researching this. There's a so vapes are illegal in Australia. Legal, not liked. I don't know. The debate is out there. They're essentially illegal to sell, except down in Sydney, there is a vape store called the Labubu Smoke and Stop. They are using Labubu branding to sell vapes, and it is. I think the Labubu on the the sign has a cigarette or a cigar in their mouth, which is hilarious. What makes it even funnier is that it's next to the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's political office, literally like across the road from him. Desperate netizens trying to get through the purchase limit, so they will pretend not to know each other. That is hilarious. That is like back during the COVID times, you could only get like two loaves of bread per household. That'd be like going in with husband and wife duo. One goes in, gets two, the other goes in, gets two. They need to, you know what? They need to start doing background checks before you can get your Labubu. No background check, nothing.
This is the first generation Labubu, born a decade ago. Back then, many thought it was ugly.
See, that makes me think that they're a lot more interesting. They're a lot, I don't know. I like that one has like balls in it. Very. I like that one has a couple of like creepy little like balls in it. They're like a lot creepier. I think that's cooler. And they're smaller and they're probably cheaper. That Labubu was gangster as fuck. I'm gonna be the first to say it. Sue me. He's gangster. Absolute gangster. Labubu has now surpassed TikTok, entering other websites such as Roblox, where the games can see up to a couple thousand players per day, usually children. And which the whole point of Labubus is their mystery box, right? They're kind of like gambling. They're just gambling. This is kind of like how old people go to bingo. This is just gambling for children. And on YouTube, channels such as HopeScope, which has over 7 million subscribers, by the way, and gets many million video views per video on Labubus, make, I guess, their money back after all the Labubus, because
I bought every mission.
It just seems like she just buys like a lot of everything, actually. I think this is just a consumer. Scratch that. No, she just buys a lot of things. The real hook of the Labubu craze isn't just the figure itself. It's the box. The sealed little cute cube that dares you to shake it, squeeze it, or divine its contents like a toy market oracle. The thrill and tragedy are in the reveal. Did you get the one you were after? No? You got the one with the unnerving eyes and a paint job that makes you question your life choices. But you will try. You'll try again. You always do. Labubu is where capitalism fully stretches its legs. You're not buying a toy anymore, you're buying hope. And hope is the most expensive product in the world. You miss the rare Snow Witch variant? Someone online will happily sell it to you for the price of a small second-hand hatchback. Listings read like real estate brochures. Lightly displayed, non-smoking home comes with a protective coffin. Collectors meet in shadowy corners of the internet, trading doubles, triples, and acquisitions they don't even like, but cannot part with. Trust is rare, betrayal is quick. Sometimes, someone will surface, clutching their ultimate find like a trophy, eyes bright with victory, that will never be repeated. Because it's more than a toy. It's a lifestyle, a small and subtle status flag, perhaps a shared language between two strangers passing on the train who understand the thrill that is Labubu. Hell, if you want to complete the set, then you have the bragging rights to go along with it. Perhaps you're looking for more of a way to get back to a simpler time of beanie babies and cereal box prizes, holding a small, grinning bunny monkey elf thing. And that gives you a sliver of control. Maybe it's nothing, and we are all just overthinking it. Labubu isn't going to go anywhere. Trends like this do not burn quickly. They just shapeshift. Today, it is the mystery box. Tomorrow, it will be some new collaboration, so unlikely it feels like a fever dream. A coffee chain exclusive, a limited run tied to a tax office mascot, a designer version coated in gold leaf that you are not allowed to touch. Each time, the cycle will begin again. The queues snaking outside stores and online drops crashing servers. In the end, Labubu is both a mirror and a magnifying glass. It reflects our craving for small wins, the silly trophies, the harmless obsessions that distract us from the larger picture, and it magnifies the machinery that feeds those cravings. We know it, we see it, and yet we keep coming back. Maybe it's because it's fun. Maybe because the grin on the tiny face is the same grin we wear when we crack open the box for a moment and feel like we've outsmarted the odds. And that, dear viewer, is how a bunny monkey elf thing became the patron saint of modern day retail worship. But also, it's not even really that bad. It is literally, it's not that deep, bro. It's literally just a fucking stupid monkey thing. Like, comment, subscribe.